It's week 9 of the NFL, and this one features Trevor Lawrence.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in week 9? And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses that have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
Lawrence going to put it up right away. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there right off the bat. 49 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. And this one is incomplete.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
They go play action now. Lawrence. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jaguars march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Hurts sets up to throw it. On the move to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
But one of the things we talked about coming into this was that we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
Able to hit his target, Lamb. They find some open field here. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 21. 23 yards the pickup there. Hurts. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Brings up 2nd and goal at the Jaguars 1-yard line.
Throwing his Hurts.
Escaping the pressure. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Right now, no questioning the toughness of this Jaguar defense. This is 3rd and goal. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal. Pushes him back big time. And now you'd figure the field goal team coming on 4th.
Boy, this has been a nice first drive for them, but right there, Charles, a sack on 3rd and goal, that's tough.
Yeah, and if you're the head coach and the offensive play caller, if you had any thoughts about going for it on 4th down, it's a much more difficult decision now. Likely kick the field goal, but if you're going to go for it, you better have the perfect play call on your sheet.
The Jaguars offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his impressive season total as you take a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes at this point in the season. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
He certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer... because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 34.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You look at this Browns defense.
This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
They spent the week of practice in. We know our rating's not that great, and we know we're facing the #1 passing team in the league. But there are some things that we can do to give ourselves a chance in this game.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Downfield. Offense.
Yeah, you only get a 1-yard buffer there from the line of scrimmage, and he got downfield a little too far, and the flag came out.
Think right open. Finish at 24.
Lawrence will throw.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Let's go.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the sticks make a drastic shift forward. This will be caught at the 2.
And the Jaguars are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Now Lawrence.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense, and they were there to help force the incompletion.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
All right, let's go.
Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Jaguars are able to extend their lead.
Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Great, set.
Gets this out quickly to Dotson. And, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
They'll run on first down. Richards. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10.
Here's Hurts to throw. This pass hauled in by Dotson.
2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Hurts. And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there, and in the process picks up the 1st down.
That's good for another Cleveland Browns.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
This ball taken in here by Brooks.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
They go play action with Hurts. That is caught. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and
1. They're going to look to throw.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
No touch it. No touch.
2nd down and goal.
Hurts.
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Jags are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
On play action, Lawrence. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Denzel Ward. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the...
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, their defense got them the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got two. Do I hear three? Remember, it was two in a row. Would we hit three in a row? Because these offenses, they've got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Now Lawrence to throw.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
They go play action with Lawrence. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Lawrence.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
He has really thrown the ball well here in this first half. You see the numbers, up over 200 passing yards already.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
Hey, Lion. Safe right.
Now Lawrence. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. Flushed out right. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Trevor Lawrence
taking it in from 7 yards away as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
The Browns offense trotting back onto the field.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack. and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another try after the first down sack.
Hurts. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
Great, set.
Up the middle they go. It's Richards. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Pulled in at the 24. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Jags continue to pull away here in this first half.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Browns now going to take over late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
No touch it. No touch.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on second down.
Hurts. That's complete to Michael Wilson.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Jags are going to have it here just past the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
The numbers throwing the ball have been great. He's up over 300 yards now for the game.
First down, Jacksonville.
11, add it. Hey, go.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Hey, run.
From midfield now, Lawrence.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Here we go.
Here's Lawrence. Flush to his right. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That third down conversion good for 23.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
Ready.
Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
Lisa 24. Ready?
Again, it's Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns.
And the Jaguars will extend their lead here just before halftime. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
Great, set. Delta.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in what is
past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to be quarter.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Browns offense and Jalen Hurts ready to take over once more. And he's been very impactful when using his legs this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design. You notice his name sits near the top when looking at the league leaders in rushing yards by a quarterback.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10.
Hurts. Going right back to Wilson.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
At the 43-yard line.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
He finds his man complete. It's Wheeler. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 28. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Great, set.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Jaguars are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Let's go.
It's a throw again is Lawrence.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now Lawrence.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, easy, route.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
He finds his man, complete. It's Lucas. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
The numbers there tell the story. That last completion going to move him up over 400 yards passing now for the game.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 35-yard line.
Take right open.
Lawrence will throw.
Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They'll get 34 yards there.
Hey, run!
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. There to make the grab.
And the Jaguars have got it on cruise control.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable third down. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down, makes it manageable now.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
It's caught inside the 25.
And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal.
Red on red. Here we go.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. Laying himself out in the end zone.
And the Jaguars are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another. And we're back now here in Cleveland. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Great, set.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest. That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I
we share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10.
34 yards to gain that time, another first down. Another great throw there, and we talked about him when he broke the single-season record. But that last completion, CD, that puts him over 6,000 yards passing on the season. Just unheard of.
Brandon, there was a time not long ago when 3,000 yards was the gold standard for quarterbacks. He's doubled that. If more people come along like him and hit that type of a number, if you throw for 3,000 yards, you're in danger of losing your job.
2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring.
30 left.
Lawrence going to throw again.
Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. From 6 yards away.
And the Jaguars add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Richards. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13.
They're going to look to throw.
That is caught by Lamb.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 41-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
No touch that. No touch that. No touch.
They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, complete. It's Wilson. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 17-yard line.
That's good for another Cleveland Browns.
Now again, right side. Richards. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he'll get this down only to the 18. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
King, Phil King, Phil King.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Ready, set.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pull it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall. Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
A gain of 12. First down, Jacksonville.
Hey. Silver.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Lisa 24.
Now Lawrence.
Buying time to his left. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Now a 2nd and 10.
No touchdown.
He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Wheeler. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. He'll look to set up his blockers. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Jaguars offense and Trevor Lawrence getting set for this next drive.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
Looking deep downfield.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he did not reel it in.
And that's one of the few things that has not gone right for this offense so far. They've had their share of big plays. That was nearly another. But somehow, he just couldn't squeeze it.
Go.
Now Lawrence to throw.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. But he wasn't really big on that. He was big.
Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence.
And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.